So a couple of days ago I came up with this new game idea that I called Anime Roulette. The way it works is you pick a number between 1 and 50 and then you would have to watch that anime no matter what. Do you see where I'm going with this? Now not only do you have to watch it entirely, but you have to jerk off or jill off to it. There could be girls watching. Who am I kidding? However, to make this gambling more spicy and also to appeal to every sexual orientation, 5 of these entries will be yaoi, and 5 of these entries will be yuri. Also 1 will be boku no pico, meaning if you're really bad at gambling, you're in for a rough time. Of course, this is all meant in pure harmless fun between consenting adults, aka kids shouldn't be watching my filth. Just like the first Anime Roulette, I will be providing a short synopsis description to give you a brief idea of what's in store for you. Since this video topic is clearly going to be demonetized, I'd be really grateful if you could take a couple of seconds to subscribe, like the video, or support me via Patreon or the join button. Shameless plug aside, there will be timestamp in the description below this video if you'd like to skip to your chosen number without any other spoilers, and beware of the comments as they will definitely ruin the surprise. Now, if you have your number in mind, let's begin. Number 1, Itadaki Seiki. If you've chose number 1 like a mad lad, you're about to break off the ice with possibly one of the most recent hit out there. Itadaki Seiki is a story about a guy who has a secret admirer. When he confronts her, he learns she's a vampire, but she can't handle the raw taste of blood, so she needs to suck energy in another way. I'm sure you can assume how she goes about it. Number 2, Yokoso Sukebe Elf no Morie. The story is about a world of hell that started to decline. To restore prosperity in the land, they must summon a hero from Earth with whom they must have intimate times with. Number 3, Seikatsu Shukan. Congratulations, you've just pulled yourself some Shotokan. This story is about a guy who has a crush on his sister. Yeah, it's that kind of anime. But his sister despises him for being a gross pervert. Overnight, he transforms himself into a younger version of him. He pretends to be a friend of the main character and proceeds to charm every sister he has. Number 4, Star Jewel. Are you familiar with the term futanari? Because you're about to be. This is the first of 5 lesbian anime. It might be a cheat because they have retractable dingle, but at their core they're still women, so you decide if that's good enough for you. Goddess of Light and Darkness fight each other. The plot is a bit superficial. Number 5, Megane no Megami. Do you have a thing for glasses? This is the gimmick of this one, and they're about a guy who has a fancy for girls in glasses. Which girl? Well, his high school girlfriend and his sister. Yep, that's that kind of anime again. Let's talk it out as love triangle, except both girls wear glasses. Number 6, Koito Kinenbi. This is a good pick if you like some vanilla story with a happy ending. I mean happy ending in both literal and figuratively. This anime is essentially a compilation of various stories that boil down to boy meets girl, girl likes boy, clothes go away, and we play hide the salami. Or you know, since they're Asian, hide the shiitake mushroom. Number 7, Triple Ecchi. Another compilation of stories between 3 sets of people. One is about a schoolgirl who's seemingly perfect but has a bit of an addiction. The second one is between neighbors whom the girl has always seen as an older brother type. And the last one is between a dad and his daughter that needs to clean a bath together. Yep, that's my take on it. Number 8, Lovely Heart. This might be the greatest of all time, or at least one of the best I've seen in a long time. Each episode is a different story, but the scenes are always followed by a song. Oh, it's that one! Yeah, I remember. Sorry, I just watched like 50 of them, and I'm writing this after. But yeah, the scenes are followed by a song sang by the girl involved, and no, it's not an idol anime. The animation is dope, the girls are cute. Personally, I think episode 1 outshine episode 2, but they're definitely top tier. Number 9, Level C, the first yaoi draw of the day. I hope it's what you're looking for, cause here comes Level C. A story about Kazumi gets kicked out by his girlfriend, and while looking for a place to stay, he sees Mizuki, a young fashion male model. Kazumi asks if he can stay with him in exchange for a real good time. Number 10, the Sleazy Family, also called Inbo and Inko. Inbo is about Masaru, your average teenager, who goes to help his stepmom pick stuff up at his step-on place, and things get steamy. Inko is about a burger joint where the manager forgets where you're supposed to actually put the meat in. Different kind of buns. Number 11, Doki Doki Little Oya-san. Some people would use the term lolly here, but I think petite would be more accurate. Not really, but trying to avoid jail time here. Story is about a female landlord who looks rather young despite her being in her 30s, and when the tenants can't afford the rent, Jesus, she finds a very suitable replacement to combat loneliness. Number 12, Onichichi. Probably the most popular title after Boku no Pico, Onichichi follows the life of Eri, a high school girl, and her very close family members. More precisely, her stepdad, who likes to keep things in hand. Bit of power struggle in this dynamic as the guy tried to squeeze in and settle himself in his new... Jesus, my puns are awful. But he manages to come to terms with it. You know, I was gonna do a second take for it and remove the puns, but no, they stay and you're gonna suffer through them. Number 13, Kimi Omokoi. A vanilla story about a girl who's about to take over the family dojo, but she's a bit tensed up when it comes down to teaching man, so she asks her childhood friend to give her a massage so it would help her relax. Said childhood friend also turns out he has been in love with her since several years. I think you can kind of piece together the rest. Number 14, Kanojo. Alright, I'm not making this one up. This is a story about a guy who lives on an island, but after a volcano erupted, he had to go and live with his distant relative. Said relatives have 3 daughters who own an ice cream shop, and they compete in a yearly ice cream competition. Will he be able to deliver the cream the girls need to win this year again? Find out by yourself. Or with somebody else, I don't mind. Number 15, Body Transfer, a personal favorite of mine. An entire school gets entangled with an alternate dimension, and this results in everyone swapping body with each other. Guy becomes girl, this one girl becomes a different girl. Self-respect and morals go out the window, and there's just a lot of depravity about. Number 16, Sono Hanabira ni Kichizuke wo, listed as one of the sweetest yuri anime out there. This is the story of 2 girls who are both headstrong and feel like they're always at each other's throat, when in fact they like each other very much. One day one of the girls gets sick and it's the other that tries some of that healing touch magic. Number 17, Ransei Hikari wo Motomete. Ransei is revered as an heroic warrior who takes on many quests for the good of the people, when in fact he's actually a perverted goon with a relentless libido. So he tries to build himself a harem that will quench his thirst. Number 18, Otokonoko Delivery, Boku no Pico 2.0. You thought you were lucky not getting Pico? You're gonna regret that. This is yaoi, but one about teenagers looking to make some extra money. It involves cross-dressing and... Do you know what docking is? Don't look it up if you don't. You're gonna find out. Number 19, Saimin Seishido. Hypnosis, sex, guidance. Some treatment involves getting women into trances and providing them with governmental instructions to help couples seeking therapy. A guy and a girl in particular are seeking help like a YouTube tutorial. Number 20, Joshi-Luck. A guy is appointed as the coach for a girl team of lacrosse, and well, in French we say, "Il se lacrosse en crise," which simply doesn't translate well to English, but it's a great pun. The girls are craving more than one ball is the best English pun I can make up, so you don't feel left out? Number 21, Resort Boing. Harem-like love hexagon. A guy decides to fly out to his grandmother's resort for a spring break, and ends up working there along with 6 other beautiful women, all of whom vie for his attention. Pretty vanilla, all things considered. Number 22, Natsuyasumi. A love story between 2 guys who meet during a summer vacation under the hot sun. It is as yike as it sounds, if you're not into boy-on-boy action. If you are though, you'll be in Fujoshi heaven. Number 23, Masterpiece the Animation, the highest and best rated hentai about. Pretty vanilla also, but with a great execution. Likeable characters and scene that seems quite believable. Number 24, G-Taste. Girl-on-girl action. G-Taste is an anthology of a few stories, one of which happens in an office where the boss and one of her employees spend some quality time together. The other involves a teacher-student relationship. Number 25, Saimin Ryojuku Gakuen. Not that good of one unless you're into power plays dynamics. This one is about a guy who gets a device that manipulates and hypnotizes the fellow female at his school. He used the thing to do more than some of which aren't quite Catholic, most of which. Number 26, Lovelycation. Lovelycation is a sister story to Predication, who shares basically the same premise. A guy lives alone in his apartment and is forced to go outside to meet a young girl with whom he can have a relationship with. A strong pinch of fate to speed things up, of course, because you only got 30 minutes on the clock. Number 27, Toshi Densetsu Series. It's your favorite Monopoly chance card. That's right, do not pass go, do not collect 200, go straight to jail. The anime edition. You know exactly what it entails and I refuse to say it out loud. They're dead ghosts, so age-wise I can't be legally held accountable. Number 28, Fukubuki Triangle. Ushio and Miharu are dating. They have the perfect couple relationship, and everything is going well until one day, Miharu has a freak accident and ends up in the hospital with a pretty shot memory. Her sister, who always had the hots for her boyfriend, tries to make her move on him. Number 29, Peace Hame. A high school girl who's friends with a kendo club member who has a crush on his captain decides she want to take naughty picture for the graduation album. So she asks him. It's vanilla, just like most of this list, cause Jesus, I can only watch so many hentai in one sitting. Number 30, Fault. A hentai that fronts as a tennis anime. They are great at teaching you how to play. First, you hold the shaft. Don't swing it around too much or you end up making a mess of yourself. Next, you pick up the balls and you play with your partner. Great sports anime. 10 out of 10. Number 31, My Sexual Harassment. The homosexual Harvey Weinstein of the Japanese corporate ladder. Sounds vague, but yeah, basically, boss makes a move on one employee, promising him that he could climb up some rank if he shut up about it and play along. Number 32, Futabu. It has the words futa in it. I think that's all the hints you need to piece this one together. A group of hermaphrodites spend some quality time together. That's the TLDR. Number 33, Eroge Hmo Game Mo Kaihatsu Zanmai. A guy lands a job working for an eroge company, a company that makes erotic games. While he doesn't know much about creating games, he's hired to this female-exclusive studio to serve as model, wink wink, you get it. Number 34, Euphoria. Quite a famous one if this is the number you picked, or rather infamous, you're in for quite a ride. Euphoria is a story about a guy and several female acquaintances who wakes up in a white room. They've been kidnapped and to escape this nightmare, they're forced to play a game, Saw style. where if they don't comply, a gruesome end awaits them. Number 35, Tsugo no Yoi Sex Friend. Guy who sleeps around with 4 girls at once is put in the spotlight and is forced to choose between one of the girls. It's like school days, except with even more girls and focus on the naughty bits. Number 36, Boku no Pico. You chose poorly. Which god did you trigger that landed you right here? Well, a deal's a deal. I won't call you a little bitch if you go, haha, did I say 36? I actually meant 43. Nobody likes a sore loser, but if you don't know what I'm on about, this is a loving tale between a teenager and his new friend who goes on a date to eat ice cream. Get her done. Go down like a hero, soldier. Number 37, Bible Black. No, you don't get to pick this one. Instead, go back to the last one. Unless you honest to God pick 37. But remember, if you cheated, karma's a bitch. Bible Black is a rather infamous title about a group of cultists who finds a mystical Bible that grants power, provided they sacrifice a virgin or 2 in the process. It's surprisingly quite in-depth for a story. Number 38, Joshikose no Koshitsuki, an entire school of depraved lecherous perverts. So the girl beach volleyball team are horny for their coach, the female tennis team wants the male team, the all-girl billiard clubs wants the male manga club. It's relentless. Number 39, Shoya Virgin Knights. Probably the purest vanilla softcore pick you could draw. The story is between a guy and a girl who've been dating for a while and they're finally ready to take the step to the next level. They get together for an evening and, well, it's played out like a real couple who get about to do this. None of the overplayed, overhyped crap. It's meant to be genuine and it works. Number 40, Beat Blades Haruka. Not to be confused with Beyblades, cause that's a 0 to 100 you won't see often. This one is about a kunoichi, a female ninja, who gets her secret superpower by having funny fun times with the main character. Number 41, Tiny Evil. A guy desperate to finally get some love and affection resorts to summoning. He calls upon a succubus who walks in the front door, and she's in charge of fulfilling his every desire, except he soon realizes that she's a newbie at the job and she has no experience either. Kind of funny overall if you don't mind the whole lolicon aspect. Number 42, Gakuen de Jikanyo Tomare. Guy who was abandoned along with his mother by his rich dad seeks revenge by taking it out on his half-sister using a time-freezing item he got from probably Craigslist? I don't know. Number 43, Sensitive Pornograph. Yeah, I knew you would check this one out. Go back to 36. A very romantic tale between 2 male couples. The first one is between 2 mangaka whom are quite familiar with each other's work. The other one is between a pet sitter and... well, just watch the first one. Number 44, Mizugi Kanojo, Swimsuit Girlfriend. It's a pretty vanilla take once again, but this one involves a very wet thematic. Wish it was a pun, but no, it literally happens in the water all the time. Number 45, Discipline. If you legit like a decent story with your lewds, you can try this one out. A guy moves in an all-girl academy that recently started allowing male students because schools do that apparently, and they lust for his protagonist's bland face. Number 46, Shoujo Ramen. This one's disgusting. 3 young girls go out on a hot summer day to the local candy shop. As they're going home, Chie, one of the girls, has to wait for her mom. And the shopkeeper decides to try and capitalize on the opportunity. Really not my style, but whatever gets your rocks up. 47, Maki-chan to Now. The story between a guy and a girl who lives next door. One night, while taking a break, he goes on the veranda and catches some air, only to find his neighbor having a one-on-one interview with herself. and she really wanted to get the job. Since he sees her, she kids about getting blackmailed by him, and their relationship take a wild turn. Number 48, Disco. This is the story of Futaba, not the one from Persona 5, unfortunately. No, this one is a girl who has an incredibly strong libido, and she can't control herself, no matter the situation she's in. Also, she may or may not have an extra piece of her puzzle set. Her name has Futa in it. It should clue you in. Number 49, Shoujo Sek. Gunning straight for the ending, eh? Well, you know what they say, keep the best for last. That includes Shoujo Sek, a story between two girls who grew up quite close. One day, they share a kiss and vow to see each other again later. Several years passes, and when they meet again, they try to rekindle that spark. Number 50, Mankitsu Happening. Used to be the best rated hentai before Masterpiece the animation took that place, but the premise is about a guy who has the ability to make any girl lust for him. Sounds like a cool power, except when you're trying to work. I guess he could become a milkman. And that was the last pun of the day. Yo, do you realize how much hentai I had to watch to make this video? Too much is the answer. But it was worth it, I hope. I've given humanity an almost endless source of content. The video is demonetized for sure, before you even step the first second in. So if you want to support my show in any way, you can always do so via Patreon, or by getting the premium channel membership with the join button next to the subscribe one. I'd be a pretty happy boy. If not, that's fine too, you stingy bitch. I mean, I'm glad you watched my shitty video who's gonna get taken down in a week. My balls hurt. I'm done. Stop filming. I just want to take a shower and an active volcano preferably. I should never see the light of day again. I'm legit a danger to society with this cursed knowledge. Do not let me out.
Hard times, I've been on the wrong side, I've been ashamed. So many memories, you know I'd like to change.